Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my current free hit draft for Blank Gameweek 34. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment what are your FPL transfers this week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the goalkeepers. Currently, I have Leno in goal, who has Southampton away, and I've also got Areola in goal, who's got Brighton away. Again, Areola's just there because he's a playing goalkeeper and he's very cheap at only 4.2 mil. The actual goalkeeper that I'm going to be playing this week is, of course, Leno, who has Southampton away. There's a lot of really good options this week, though. You could go the Wolves keeper, who has Leicester at home. You could go Nick Pope, who obviously has Ipswich at home. Or you can go Leno, who's got Southampton away. I definitely want to target one of the kind of relegated teams, just because they don't really have much to play for. They might be fielding weaker teams just to give like youngsters a game or whatnot. So I wouldn't mind playing Leno in that fixture. You'd like to think that Fulham will keep a clean sheet. You'd think that West Ham would last week, but of course they didn't. But that's just how it kind of goes. There's not really any of the goalkeepers that I'm looking at. There are other good options as well, like Matt Sells for Forest. There's also potentially maybe the Chelsea keeper, because Everton at home isn't a terrible fixture. You could even go the Liverpool goalkeeper if you really wanted to, because Spurs at home is obviously a very good fixture this season as well. But apart from that, there's nobody else that's really jumping out at me. But just because you're going against a side that's already been relegated, they've got nothing to play for. You know, they're not going to get the worst points ever total now, because they obviously got that draw at the weekend against West Ham. So as of right now, I think Leno is probably a very, very safe pick for me. And then again, Areola's just there just simply because he's a cheap goalkeeper. Coming up next, we're going to be taking a look at the defenders for my free hit draft for Blank Gameweek 34. We have Robinson, who's got Southampton away, so doubling up on that Fulham defense there. Robinson's just so attacking. I really like Sessegnon as an option as well, but his minutes just are a little bit too shaky for me. I'd much rather go Robinson. I mean, he's not been playing well at all recently. I think he's got 4 one-pointers in a row, which is not ideal. But again, he was playing a couple of tough teams in that run. Southampton away is a completely different game. You'd like to think he'll get something, whether it's an assist or just the clean sheet, who knows. But Robinson, I think, potentially is a lock. I do like the attacking threat that Sessegnon's bringing, because he's just playing, he's not really playing in a defensive role. He's getting so forward, and he's playing really, really well as well. It's just his minutes are a little bit shaky at the moment, so I don't know if I want to risk that. I mean, free hits are for taking risks, but it's also for getting big points as well against people who obviously can't free hit. So that's why I think I might just go the safer option, just go for Robinson, who I know is going to play, and I know he's going to play 90 minutes as well. I've also gone Trent as well, with him getting subbed on against against Leicester. I think that he potentially could be starting that fixture. Again, I'm not completely set on this at all. He only got 19 minutes against Leicester. Is he going to get benched again? Potentially. I don't know if we'd get like any kind of early team news or anything for Liverpool. I don't actually remember when they play. I don't know if they're the early kickoff or not. Very unlikely. But yeah, Spurs at home is just a solid fixture, I think, for Liverpool. And I kind of want to really attack it because they were so bad against us. I don't know, I just think that Trent could really go big. And he's a bit of a differential now as well. And he's much more exciting than having Virgil van Dijk as well, because I had Van Dijk in my original free hit draft, but I just think that Trent's so much more exciting and so much more capable of getting a lot more points. It's just, is he going to start? Who knows? Even if I only get like 60 minutes out of him, 60, 70 minutes, that'd be absolutely fine. Also got Livramento, who's got Ipswich at home. Again, Ipswich basically relegated, not mathematically yet, but it's going to be very difficult for them to bring it back. And Livramento has been playing very, very well in that Newcastle back line. I'd expect a clean sheet in that fixture. They do need a sort of response against the Villa game, especially because it's so tight at the top between these Champions League spots that Livramento is... I don't think he's going to be losing his spot anytime soon, because he's been playing so well. And again, like I say, Newcastle do need a response from that Villa game. So, going to go Livramento. Also got Aït-Nouri as well, who's got Leicester at home. Again, another promoted team. Promoted team, but about to get relegated. Wolves have been smashing it. They've got 5 wins in a row. They could easily make it 6 against Leicester. They very much likely are going to make it 6 in a row against Leicester. And it's kind of gone under the radar a little bit. I know that they've been playing teams that they should be beating. Like they beat Southampton. West Ham's a good win, to be fair. They beat Ipswich 2-1 away. That's a pretty good win. 4-2, they obviously smashed Spurs at home. And then they beat United 1-0 away. their form is completely turned around, and I don't mind having a Wolves player or two in my free hit draft because I think they're honestly going to be solid, and Leicester, like I say, have just been absolutely awful. So probably will go with the 8 Nori pick and probably put him in my starting 11 as well. And then I've also got Milenkovic as well, who's got Brentford at home. Again, Forest very solid at the back, and we do need to kind of win every single game now to kind of just make sure of that Champions League spot. Again, I think we've got the easiest run in, really, and I think Forest players are a solid buy, just not even now for the free hit, but kind of going forward as well. They've got Brentford at home, Palace away, Leicester at home, West Ham away, and then Chelsea at home. Leicester at home has gone down to a 1 on the kind of the rating, that like they're that bad. So I definitely think that Forest players are a team that you definitely want to target for the kind of remaining fixtures. But anyway, that is the back line of my current free hit draft. Moving on, let's take a look at the midfielders for my blank Game Week 34 free hit draft. We've got Mbumo, who's got Forest away. I'm a little bit unsure about this pick because, you know, Forest are just so good defensively, and Brentford aren't fantastic away from home. So I don't know. I mean, he's in the free hit draft now. Whether I even play him or not, I don't know, because I feel like other teams other players that I've picked on this free hit draft just have better fixtures. But then Mbumo is also on penalties. He is just coming off that massive haul as well. But again, just because he's got a haul in one game means that he's not going to get a haul in the next game, obviously. But I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure about the Mbumo pick. But I still have 1.9 mil in the bank anyway to bring in anybody, really, that I want to. But I don't know. A little bit unsure on that pick yet. Again, going to see what happens after the kind of press conferences and stuff later on in the week. But as of right now, Mbumo's in the game, or in my team, should I say. Palmer with Everton at home, again, not being very good at all, but he's a little bit of a differential this week, and I just don't really know who else I'd have in that midfielder spot. Maybe I go for, you know, double Liverpool attack, but then you can't really be sure on if they're going to get all the minutes and stuff. Palmer is on penalties. You know he's going to play 80, 90 minutes. And Chelsea do need to win every game as well, because they are, I think they're the least likeliest to get any kind of Champions League spots right now because of just the form that they're in and stuff. So Palmer definitely needs to step it up if Chelsea are hoping to get like a Champions League spot. I've also got Iwobi as well as a little bit of a differential pick. Southampton away, going triple Fulham, but like I say, you got to attack that Southampton side, you got to attack the Leicester side, you got to attack the Ipswich side, just because they're so bad at the moment and they're basically all relegated anyway. And Iwobi's been solid for Fulham this season. I think he's been very good. You could go for like a Muniz or a Raul Jimenez, but I think Muniz might potentially be injured, so I don't know. I just feel like the strikers kind of picked themselves this week, and I'd rather just go Iwobi in midfield. Also got Mo Salah as well. Probably going to be my captaincy this week. Spurs are just absolutely awful. They've got nothing to play for in the league, so they're going to be resting all their main players, just like they did against Forest for the Europa League. Because if they get kicked out of Europe, the season's over, because they're not going to get any kind of European spots from the league right now. So that's why they kind of have to throw all the eggs in one basket against the European teams. But yeah, I think Salah will go absolutely massive against Spurs. And I've also gone Barnes as well. He could be a Jacob Murphy. He could be a Gordon. It honestly depends on what's been said in the press conference and stuff. Barnes has just been playing so well, so I don't think he loses his spot. And again, when Gordon's come on, it's usually been for I can't remember his name. I literally just said it, Jacob Murphy. So I think I'll just be sticking with Barnes. But then it's like, who do you play out of this midfield, because they're all so good? That's the only thing about the free hit draft. You're always going to have such a strong bench, and you just don't know who to play and don't know who to bench, because it can go very badly. But anyway, that is the midfield for my current free hit draft for Game Week 34. Finishing things off, the strikers pretty much pick themselves. We've got Isak, who's got Ipswich at home, who again is also a massive captaincy shout this week. I'd still want to go Salah just because I think Spurs are just, like I said, got nothing to play for, absolutely crumbling. Not that even Ipswich have got anything to play for either, but I don't know, I just prefer going for Salah. I think he'll go big against Spurs. But yeah, I've got Isak, who's got Ipswich at home. Got Chris Wood, who's obviously found the back of the net against Spurs. He actually found the net twice, but obviously one of them was offside. But he's got Brentford at home. And then, of course, got Cunha, who's got Leicester at home as well. On penalties, I know that he's likely signing for Man United, but should still be getting like 80 to 90 minutes anyway. Again, like I say, on penalties, such a good player as well. He's been a core reason as to why Wolves have stayed up this season, and I kind of just want to have him again for this game week. After this, Wolves fixtures aren't like super ideal, so it's not like a player that I need to buy in my actual team, because he's got City away, then Brighton at home, Palace away, then Brentford at home for the rest of the season. Not the worst fixtures, but it's not like it's a player that I need to absolutely jump on. But those are the forwards, midfielders, defenders, and the goalkeepers for my current free hit draft in game week 34. Probably will change quite a bit. I'm a little bit sure on the Trent pick, the Mbumo pick, and then potentially the Barnes pick as well. Maybe even Palmer as well. I don't know. I'm still kind of like, still cooking. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that is my free hit draft. And also the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. It's trying to hit 100 likes, really helps out. Leave a comment. What is your current free hit draft for game week 34? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.